All the good love when we're all alone. Keep it up, girl. Yeah, you turn me on so.
Hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
I promise, guys, that will be the only time that I sing for an opening shot. The only one time, I promise. So I just recently got back from seeing Guardians of the Galaxy in theaters. Initially, I had never read any of the comics. Going into this, I've only watched a few of the trailers and a few of the TV spots and seen promotional photos, but so I didn't know what to expect. I knew it was going to be a fun ride, but initially, now after seeing the movie, I had an enormously fun time with this film. Oh my gosh, this movie this movie really truly blew me away. First, let's talk about the performances. Chris Pratt was fantastic in the role of Star Lord. I really loved his character. He reminded me of Nathan Fillion's character in Serenity or the show Firefly, if you guys are familiar. Very Han Solo like, very no nonsense, kind of very crass and very very sarcastic, but with a good heart. And the movie really focuses on his story and him and his character, and you really get to see him fleshed out throughout the entire film. Zoe Saldana as Namora was, dare I say it, a green mean fighting love machine. Well, maybe not a love machine, but she's still hot. She was fantastic in the film. She was really hardcore. You got to understand her character and where she was coming from, and her backstory was really, really interesting. I really loved where her character went. Dave Bautista as Drax, I think, was fantastic. Obviously, it's a huge risk when you're casting a all-time wrestler in your film and you realize he hasn't done any acting. Apart from the character that he plays in Riddick, Dave Bautista was phenomenal. He really filled the character's shoes perfectly, and showing the anger and the emotional depression that the character went through, and that he was basically out for revenge, and you really saw that with every scene that he was in, specifically scenes where he was showcasing, you know, his reason, the reasoning behind his vengeance. Okay, I'm gonna put you back to bed. Okay, say goodbye. Bye. Bye bye. And last but not least, you have Groot and Rocky Raccoon, voiced by Vin Diesel and Bradley Cooper, respectively. I loved Rocket Raccoon. He was awesome. Every scene he was in was a scene stealer. Bradley Cooper blew it out of the park. I didn't even realize that was him voicing the character. He was that good. And Vin Diesel as Groot, another hilarious character. And one of the things I love about the characters in this film is how you really get to see little bits of backstory with all of them. Specifically, specifically with Star Lord, that's the main character that focuses on. But even so, the other characters in the group, really you get to see at least bits and pieces of what they're going through. It really shows up between their performances with all the cast, and the huge ensemble chemistry that they all have is brilliant. And of course, all this has to do with the brilliant and intelligently witty writing. The way this film was written and the way this film was directed, it felt like a sort of pop western setting in space, with a Star Trek, Star Wars flash to it, and it really worked seamlessly throughout the film. It was fast paced, it was action packed, and it held my attention all the way through for the 2 hours I sat there. I was floored through the entire thing. My reaction after the movie was pretty much utter shock. To be honest, I didn't really know what to think because um, besides a couple other movies this year, I didn't know what to expect with this film. I wasn't expecting this to be as good as it was. And you know what? I am proud to say that this film is one of my favorites this year. It's probably my second favorite superhero film this year, definitely behind Days of Future Past not quite the best one because I did really just was enthralled by both films. The Days of Future Past really just. By the way, anyone who's looking forward to my Days of Future Past review, which I know I haven't posted yet, it's because I filmed my review a couple months ago, and it's been going through editing hell. I've been trying to fix it up and make it just as perfect as I can. With the way, and plus it's going through a little longer revision because I have a kind of a lengthy opening, but though I promise to get you guys that review in the coming days. Anyway, to wrap this review up, I am highly suggesting you guys should check this out. I'm going to go see it a second time. This film is funny, it's intelligent, it's intense, heartfelt, all around just a really exciting and fun movie. Which encapsulates the nostalgia of all those famous pop cultural sci-fi films, as well as emulates a lot of Star Trek, Star Wars, that really high ground sci-fi feel. Really could not have asked for more. I'm for it. I'm for it. Of course, how can you not walk out of the movie theater humming and singing "Hooked on a Feeling" inside your head? It's gonna be a long time before it gets out of my head. Trust me. Anyway, guys, highly suggest you go see it. I'm giving Guardians of the Galaxy my official top rating. Thank you for watching. I'll make sure to post my Days of Future Past review in the near future. Hopefully in a couple days. Until then, guys, don't you dare call me an encyclopedia.
I'm hooked on a feeling.